Hey, what's up? Happy Monday. Hope you're doing amazing. I just wanted to encourage you to have an amazing week this week. But how do you set up your week for success? What is that going to look like today? And how are you going to just show up in those moments so that you can have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, a beautiful month? It's August 1st. And August 1st, we're so close to the end of the year. A couple more months. And in this month, I just want to support you by encouraging you to think about your productivity. Right now in the industry, there are so many companies letting go their employees. There are so many companies that are just cutting their teams. And it's a really hard thing to just be exposed to, especially if you're working your butt off and you're trying to keep your role and you're trying to stay strong and you're just trying to support your family. And what I want to do right now is just encourage you to take a deep breath and come back to what does it take for you to continue keeping the momentum rolling? What do you need? And I think a couple of things about this, where one is we need to continue connecting to our purpose and our passion, because that's what's going to continue to motivate us through these hard times. The other thing is we need to continue thinking about our wellness. Our wellness is important because that's what sustains our energy, and it also sustains our health and happiness. Our wellness is so important, our mind, body, and spirit, right? So that's another thing. Another thing that we need to continue doing, even in these really hard times, is we need to really up-level our communication, our execution, our craftsmanship, and how we execute things. Now, if you struggle with executing things, or if you struggle with communication or collaboration or any of those things, then this is a great time to know that you can get better at those things. You don't have to be when you first start, you don't have to be world-class at those things, but you do need to be able to be aware and increase your awareness of how you're performing and how you're doing. Because even at a lot of these companies, they're going to want to see that productivity. They're going to want to see how you move through things. What's your impact? How do you progress? And and something that really can help with all of those things is just building systems, learning what your systems are, and working through that. So what are some examples of some systems that you can be following? Well, one example is your rituals. What are the things you do every single week that celebrate movement, momentum, encouraging actions, things that you can get done with your team? And what are those things that you're going to do every single week or even every day? You could have daily rituals. The second thing that you need to think about is your routines. So what's your morning routine? What's your evening routine? Those two things would be where I would start, because those help keep you set as far as how you're approaching each of your days. And then think about your routines with your team. When do you have your one-on-ones? When do you have your team updates? When do you have your status updates? All those little things are going to also serve you with your productivity. The other thing that with systems, when you're thinking about, is thinking about the flow of your week. Now, I have this graphic that I typically it's called a growth loop. And this growth loop is important because, and if you check out some of the other YouTube videos, you'll be able to see that. But the growth loop helps you really stay focused on what your weekly objectives are and making sure that you're tapping into those things every single week. And if you're not, then you're leaving a lot out on the table. You want to be able to go all in. You want to be able to up your ante. You want to be able to really substantially help your output, your prolific output every single week. So that means we're planning. That means we're taking action. That means we're reflecting. That means we're learning. That means we're practicing. And then through all that, we're possibly even teaching, or we're possibly even coaching. And we're doing those things on a regular basis. And we're using those checkpoints to make sure that we're on track. That way we can be more productive, we can be more successful, and by being more successful, you know what? You're going to be a force to be reckoned with across the industry. And even if your company decides that they need to cut a little bit of maybe you or some of your teammates, you got to keep that momentum going. The world's going to continue. You're going to be okay. We got to go. And we're going to be able to support you along the way. So passion, purpose, wellness, communication, collaboration, execution. Thinking about your growth areas, thinking about the things like your intention. Like, what is your intention? Like, bringing all those things together. And that's what I want to leave you with today. I want to serve you, and I just want to support you. And if you need a little bit of support, then definitely reach out to your manager, or you can reach out to me and I'll help you out. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, later.